which had expired. You made no request to extend it. The plane in question was reported stolen and was in possession of the thieves at the time of the accident. But even if it hadn't been stolen, we could land it in the middle of the road whenever we want. It's our fucking road. You had no right, easement, lease, nor permission to use the road. To assert otherwise is false, and the mere insinuation we were complicit in the theft of the plane is defamatory and will be treated as such. Not to mention multiple attempts. I'm fine.
Listen,
Of your partner making a derogatory statement about my gender and stating that I bathed with my father, falsely insinuating an incestuous and criminally sexual relationship with a deceased Army Ranger.
Uncle, we get it.
Do you? Think they hired me because I'm pretty? I charge $900 an hour, you asshole, and you're real close to learning why. So, here's what you're going to do. You're going to drop this bullshit claim. You, your client, and your insurance company are going to circle up and take your 8-figure settlement like men, or I will sue this firm, your client, and your insurance company for defamation, slander, frivolous and malicious prosecution, intentional infliction of emotional distress, mental anguish, and anything else I can come up with. And when this is over in 7 years, you will be disbarred, and I will hang your law degrees over my fucking toilet.
Sorry.
Would you draft up the settlement, please? And make sure it's withdrawn with prejudice. Oh, no one is leaving with me. Draft the settlement here. Have them sign it here.
Don't you want to be here to negotiate the language?
We're not negotiating language. This is a surrender. They sign what you write, and I'll be waiting at the courthouse with CBS News.
Hello there. It's nice to see you guys here.
Is that how you play pissed off litigator?
Whoa.
I'm honestly not.
From 1 to 10.
I'm not having the best of mental health days, but I'm hanging in there. Just feeling a bit more sad, but I'm not letting it control me. But I could use prayers for that pain to be numbed up right now. I'm missing a bunch of people who I've lost to death over the last few years, and it's really hard right now. But it's good to see you guys here, and I hope to hear from all of you. I make these live streams so that I can interact with you guys and work on overcoming my social anxiety, and to also make friends here. My live streams are meant to be a friendly, supportive environment where if you're going through some rough stuff, you can share it in the chat and other people will pray for you. I have many recurring visitors who are just as kind as I am, and if they know you're struggling, they'll be praying for you. And I appreciate everyone that stops by, even if it's just a one-time visit. Every view counts, and I appreciate all you guys here. I have never seen the Little Shop of Horrors, but I'll have to make an effort to watch that soon. But we're on the clock with DoorDash, waiting for orders to be sent our way. And the last few days have not been very good, to put it lightly. So we could also use prayers for work to get busier, because we're trying to earn our living and not rely on the government for everything. We already have to rely on them for food stamps, and it's not fun. And
Fuck off.
we're just
Not you guys. I got a spam call.
another one.
Rebecca. Your student loan forgiveness. Up your
So
ass,
stupid.
idiot.
We get these annoying spam calls about student loan debt or solar plans, or just dumb shit that doesn't apply to us right now. But anyways, what was I saying before? I am on medical cannabis for back pain and appetite and mood management. So if I'm a little bit slow or forgetful, it's my medicine. But I do genuinely enjoy chatting with any of you guys who are willing to contribute to the chat. I welcome all subscribers, and not to sound like I'm begging, but because work has been so slow, we had to completely give up the car that we had. We were making payments on it from a used dealership. They screwed us over, and we're financially not able to help ourselves at the moment. So prayers for work to get busy, and for all generous donors. Every single penny sent my way honestly helps. I have a link to my GoFundMe, which has the whole story about why we're struggling so hard. And I also have a link to my Cash App and my PayPal. If you're willing and able to give an instant donation, I will give you a shout out, and I will thank you for that. But otherwise, if you're struggling too, please do not feel pressure to donate. I just ask that you share my GoFundMe link and pray that things get better for me. But I really appreciate you guys for your kindness. It's just been really tough. But we're hanging in there, doing what we can. And I hope that I'm able to encourage you guys to keep hanging in there too. This life is so much more difficult and more stressful than my parents led me to believe it would be. And I'm sure I'm not the only one feeling that right now. But here's my husband. He's right next to me.
What's up?
He's the one that actually does the driving for DoorDash, and he interacts with the customers. And I sit in the passenger seat holding the orders in my lap so they don't spill or get knocked over. There's a ton of dumbass drivers where we live, and every single day we're almost in at least 2 accidents. And thankfully my husband is really skilled in defensive driving, so he's able to avoid every near accident. But there's enough of those that I am needed to make sure the orders arrive unshaken. Alright, I'm pinning. Okay. Technical issue there, but I'm back. I'm pinning the GoFundMe link to the bottom of this chat window. Like I said, I don't expect you to donate if you're also struggling, but if you could share it with people who you think might donate, that would be very helpful. Every penny helps. Since you've subscribed and you've been kind, yes, thank you, broski, for being nice. Every time I meet another nice person, it helps my anxiety get just a little bit better. But it's going to be a long process for me, because I got used to being a social hermit for several years. But I realize that's not the healthy way to live. We need interaction with other people. And since our work schedule is hectic and it's hard to schedule in-person hangouts with other people, we've turned to doing these YouTube lives as a way to socialize. And it's honestly amazing that I have so many different viewers from all different parts of the world that tune in. And all of us are on the same page of the internet at the same time, interacting with each other. And when you honestly think about that, it's pretty damn cool. You can bet that the earlier generations probably didn't imagine this would be a possibility. And another way I've been battling my anxiety is practicing an attitude of gratitude. Focus on all the good things I got going on. And every time something I have to do goes right, you know, I like to try and focus on that for a second and just say a silent thank you to God for helping get me through whatever it was. And every day I pray for the strength of mind, body, heart, and soul to do everything needed doing in the whole day. And He always does answer. I'm tired as a dog at the end of the day, but I usually don't feel the crash and fatigue until after I get settled in to relax. Then it kind of hits me like a small car. But every time anything goes right, I try and take a second and be thankful, because any situation could go badly. Every situation could be made worse. And I've learned not to ever say, oh, this couldn't get any worse. Because a few times I did say it, life was there to be like, you thought it wouldn't get worse? Here, let me show you how it could be worse. And so I've learned never to say that. I always tell myself, it could be worse. And I'm thankful it's not. My name is Annalise. The Quinn91 is a false last name.
No, it's a real last name.
Okay.
If you want the real, donate.
But my husband... Well, whoever is here, I appreciate you being here. And I hope
That
you're...
is me and someone else.
Yeah. Hello. It's nice to see new people here. Hey, Tommy's mom. I haven't seen you in a while. It's great to see you again. I hope things are going better for you. My husband's right here.
What's up?
We're logged in on DoorDash and are just waiting for orders to be sent our way.
Girl, why you slurring?
Physically, we're both tired, both dealing with achy backs and headache problems. Mentally, we're tired. So much crap just keeps being flung at us, and we can only dodge so much. And emotionally, we're okay for right now. We're just really tired. And we're both just trying to keep the momentum going and not just sit and let all the pain and struggle overtake us. This time of year is kind of hard because some losses that were deep happened around this time of year a few years ago. And if you've ever lost a loved one to death, you know the pain never fully goes away. You just learn how to handle it.
Lost my dad around this time last year.
Yeah. So if any of you guys are mourning the loss of people you loved, we understand that pain, and we'll be keeping you in our prayers, whether you chime in on the chat window or not. Thank you, Tommy's mom. I appreciate the prayers. I'm gonna also be reapplying for disability. I hate the application process because the last time we went, it was a couple years ago. We did the full application online using one of their computers in the Social Security office building, and we had an employee on standby to help us whenever we needed help. And it took over 2 hours to fill it out on the computer. I had hoped that with an update to my medical history and my scoliosis x-rays, they would have just automatically approved me, but they sent me a paper form with all the exact same questions, wanting all the exact same info, handwritten. Who wants and expects people to do handwritten anything when they've already typed it up online? I sure didn't. And it honestly killed my willpower to keep trying. I should have fought through and just did it, but at that time I did not have the capacity to handle all of that. But I'm not letting that stop me now, and so I'm gonna be reapplying. Oh, thank you, baby. Tomorrow I'm gonna be focused on actually doing that application online, and so I appreciate every prayer that they'll accept me for disability this time, and that I won't have to do handwritten stuff also. But if there is a need for me to handwrite it, I will push through and get it done. It's just going to take me a while. I don't use my hands for writing. I use them for typing. And so the hand movement of writing things down, it actually causes my hands to hurt after a little while. I had a lawyer when I applied 6 years ago. Then again, that was 6 years ago. My back has only gotten worse since then. Yeah. Just prayers in general for me to get disability and for me to be able to handle all that I need to do on my end to make it happen are very appreciated. Wow, it's already noon. Dang. But I want to hear from you guys about what you're up to. Not a whole lot has changed for us, but if you want to read about it, I do have a story written up in my GoFundMe link. Due to bad choices made by other people, my husband and I are in a pit of debt that we can't dig ourselves out of. We used to be able to clear close to $200 a day doing DoorDash. Some days it would only be 100, but on average we could reach 200. But with the inflation affecting everybody, we're earning less than 1/3 of that. And it got so bad we had to give up the car that we were using and making payments on because we couldn't afford the payments for the car and the insurance for the car and every other bill that we had to deal with. So we did the hard thing and we cut that weight loose from us. And we're still drowning in the water financially, but the regular monthly payments aren't keeping our head under, but the dealership did us dirty. And by that, I mean, we returned the car with the understanding it was a willing surrender, not a repo. And with a willing surrender, you don't have to keep making payments on it as you would if it was a repo. And we were told they would sell it to someone else, and they would make us pay the difference between how much we still owed on the car at the time of surrender and how much they resold it for to someone else. We had 19 grand left in payments on that car. They resold it to someone new for less than $9,500. And with their bullshit fees and all that, we're on the hook for over 11 grand for a car we don't have anymore because we couldn't afford to keep it. And my husband did the math. We would have to be paying over $300 a month for a car we don't have because we couldn't afford it.
$367.42.
So we could use prayer that,
which is literally just $100 less than what we were, just under $100 less of what we were already paying, which we couldn't afford.
yeah, so they screwed us. And we could use every bit of help, whether it's prayer, kind words of advice, or sharing my GoFundMe link with people who you think would actually donate. Every bit of support helps, but financially we're dead in the water. And we're having to live with my parents rent-free. We earn our keep over there by maintaining the house chores, because my mom's disabled with a lot of similar issues that I have, but hers are much more advanced. And so we're earning our keep at my parents by doing housework. We're using a spare car that my dad bought in case of one of his cars not running for whatever reason. We had a 2020 Chevy Impala. It was beautiful, it was comfortable, it had every convenient luxury feature. It was amazing. We had it for 2 years, so we really got used to it. And now, not to sound ungrateful, but we're having to drive a 2012 Veloster with not as much convenience or luxuries. It's not as smooth and comfortable as a ride, but we're not making any payments on it, so we're trying not to bite the hand that feeds us. It's just we're used to better quality food. And the stuff we have now is not as good. But you're fighting for disability too with a lawyer. I'll be praying for you that it goes through for you. Yeah, you'd think it would be illegal, but we're gonna have to do some research on possibly declaring bankruptcy or some shit. Prayers for us to know what to do are also appreciated. We're trying desperately to move out of California, but it's gonna be a long while before we'll be able to start making any plans for it. We're about 15 grand in the hole between the car and the credit cards we had to live on during the start of COVID, because we had no income. We had no other means to pay our bills, so the credit card kept us alive then, but it's a dead weight now. And we're gonna need at least 10 grand to move out of California altogether, so if someone really rich and kind-hearted could give 25 grand, that would be fixed.
Dog, Mr.
But-
Beast, do your thing.
But I know it's a pipe dream to hope for that, but I seriously am
That's
grateful
all we
for,
can do is dream.
yeah. We're grateful for every penny that gets sent our way.
We've already been sent 140, and
We have.
that's gonna help us once. It's gonna help us.
Yeah, and so we're very thankful.
So no matter how big or small, any donations, all will be greatly appreciated.
Even if it's $1, it all truly adds up. But if you're struggling like we are, please don't feel pressure to donate. We don't want you guys struggling even harder to try and help us. So we appreciate the kind thoughts, though. But we're busting ass being out here all day, 5 days a week. We use the 2 days off for housework, running personal errands, taking care of the stuff you can't deal with while you're at work all day. And then when we're done dealing with all that, whatever time we have left until the next work day is used for relaxing. And so we're not just sitting at home doing nothing, waiting on others to rescue us. We're out here trying. Thank you, Tommy's mom. We really appreciate your kind support. It really is good to see you again after all this time. And I will be praying for your disability case to go through. I'm going to give Atticus.com a check. I keep seeing ads about it because my phone's heard me talking about it. And apparently it's a group that can help you. So I'm going to give it a shot. And I'll keep you guys updated on it, just so that you'll know if your prayers are helping, whether it's helping me handle it better or the disability actually going through. I value every prayer, and I thank you for every prayer. And if there's something you need prayer about, I'm here to help. Hey, Bondable, it's good to see you. Well, I'm happy that you'll have a PC for streaming. That's good. I'll pray that that PC turns out to be everything that it's supposed to be. We just have a laptop, an old one, and we have a PS4. And honestly,
If you guys
we have
want
a
to send
great
us
time.
a PS4 gift card, we won't say no. We love playing games to distract ourselves.
Yeah,
And we live stream too.
we do. I'm going to play Until Dawn again, actually controller in hand, playing it. I've been doing the observer move and watching my husband's gameplay and pretending it's like a movie, and I honestly find it fun. He's played through most of the Resident Evil games, and he's shown me a few others that are really cool. So I'm happy for you, Bonneville. 3K PC. That's cool. Like I said, I don't expect.
We have a $150 laptop.
Yeah.
I can barely play The Binding of Isaac on it.
I haven't thought of that game in forever.
And it kind of lags. I
But-
can't even play my PlayStation emulator on it. I mean, I can, but
It's
like
crap.
anything with scenes lags severely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We don't expect donations. Honestly, if you just pray for us and give us any advice that might help with getting disability or getting rid of this debt, we appreciate all of that. We're not trying to be greedy and shaking everybody down for a donation, but if you are willing and able and the money you're considering donating doesn't already have a designated use, then we'll happily take every penny. But if you already planned to get something for yourself, please don't feel pressure to put off that purchase for yourself to help us. We know it's a struggle, so just prayers and sharing our GoFundMe link will be a great way to show support. Your brother's laptop lags in YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, ours isn't that bad. Well, to be fair, we need a new laptop because I can't really go online with it. I mean, we can, but something got corrupted and our web browser won't work, so I have to like reinstall Firefox or DuckDuckGo or something. Anyway, like right now, we have to use the default Windows 10 Microsoft Edge. And I'm not a fan of it. It lags. Even with good internet, it lags. It sucks. But in the time being, what we like doing is, we like playing movies, videos, and stuff that I have downloaded onto my hard drive. So that's what we use our laptop for. Otherwise, I have transferred and copied a bunch of the movies that we do like onto a smaller drive, and we watch it on that thumb drive plugged into the PlayStation.
It's pretty convenient, and it's
just get something to delete all the data. Of what?
Oh, the laptop, I think. Maybe that'll help it not lag so hard, I think is what they're getting at.
It's an older laptop. We've had it for
like at least 5 years.
Yeah, like 5.5 years. We know it's outdated. We want a new one, but we can't afford it.
And the couple times we had the money for it, we couldn't justify it. Mm-hmm. Other bills
like I'm always
took priority.
Working on cheap laptops and computers. Not always, but I used to. So I always had like parts and stuff, and I even built a little PC out of basically scraps of what I had, and I just wish we had enough money that I can actually build a PC again. And shoot, I mean the laptop still runs decent, but again, we're not gonna get the best out of it for it being I think it was like 100 and I want to say 150, but a part of me thinks it was like 125 or something.
Definitely under.
It was a sale for a laptop, so I think it was even older than what we had bought it for.
Yeah, probably.
Your brother has been nice.
He said his brother's laptop has been here since 2019.
Damn.
That's impressive. A year older than ours. Oh, thank you. It's your fave. Thank you for the 99-cent donation. Hey. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
It's enough to get your girl a coffee. Hell yeah.
The Dollar Tree has really good canned coffee for $1.25. And it's the Victor Allen brand. And it's really good. Tastes just as good as the Starbucks canned ones to me, but it's a lot cheaper. And it doesn't have as high of a caffeine content. So you can really sip on them and have a few of them and enjoy the flavor longer. They got French vanilla, caramel, pumpkin spice, and mocha, I believe. Oh, thank you for the second 99-cent donation. That's very kind of you.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you very much. It's your fave. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Hey, with that couple of bucks, we can definitely afford a coffee.
Yeah. Well, I was joking. I can get you a coffee if you want. Actually, we still have that triple coffee in the fridge that we keep forgetting about. It just looks like one of the seltzers that your mom has.
It does. Well, thank you so much.
That's pretty lit, dude. You're a real one.
We really do appreciate it. We.
You know what? If you can find my email by my username, I'll send you some images of my feet. I'll send you a link to my OF. You'll get it for free, my guy.
Well, that reminds me. I can get mine started for legs and feet. Actually, get it going.
Yeah.
What did I say after content's already been made?
Are you muted?
Just tell me why.
Okay, I was gonna say your mic is really good for me. Actually mute.
$30? That'd be really, really generous.
Yeah, I think the most Annie has ever gotten in a donation was a single donation was $50.
Yeah,
And
that was really nice.
yeah, and then one other time someone was really simping over her, and they kept sending $5 and $10, then $20, and overall that one person sent like $150 and
Yeah.
ended up essentially buying photos of Annie's feet.
I have size 8 feet.
Oh,
And
that's pretty cool. Thank you for. Hey, if that's legit, that's pretty freaking fire. I'm proud of you, baby. Good job going live.
Thank you. What about $4.99?
$4.99.
I could wear a bunch of socks, and if you're into used socks, I could do that. I might honestly cry a little bit on stream if I get a donation that large.
Wait, so what's he saying?
I could.
What would we do for $5?
He said I could do
Oh,
that.
$500.
Yeah, I will probably
Dog.
cry tears of gratitude.
Dude, I would send photos of spread cheeks, my guy. $500? Damn. Watch, now he's gonna send it because that's a great promise right there. Chocolate starfish, y'all. I'm just kidding, but that's pretty nice and generous. That's pretty cool.
Thank you so much for
Respect, my guy.
honestly.
Or girl, sorry I keep assuming your gender.
Honestly, just the $1.98 total is generous, and we appreciate that. Anything more than that is just gravy, and we really do thank you. Saying, hold on, let me get some money. It'll take about 3 minutes.
This is a happy boy.
Oh, that's adorable. I want to see our boy.
Paludarium.
That is beautiful.
Made out of a china cabinet.
My mind instantly thinks we could do something like that for a boy someday. Give him a lot of space.
Mm-hmm.
And you know he wouldn't be able to escape. So in our kind of payment, you had $750 and you lost it because of your country. Damn, Bondable, that sucks. That's a large amount of money. I would definitely be upset. If you don't mind sharing, what caused it to be lost? Was it like stupid taxes or fines or something? If you don't want to talk about it in depth, I understand. For those watching who are wondering, this is my pain management portable cannabis dab pen.
It's usually what we get with most of her donations if there's any that exceeds, it goes to bills, but otherwise it goes to her medicine.
Mm-hmm.
She gets great pain, and I've shown her the world of cannabis, and it's really helped her a lot more than what previous medicines have. I mean, medicines do work, but it it's always an iffy.
Yeah, some of them give me side effects that I can't handle, like an aggressive anxiety feeling, like I'm gonna have to fight for my life soon, or stomach troubles, and I can't handle that. So I do a muscle relaxer, a prescription NSAID, and cannabis as needed, and that helps keep my truly crippling pain from being the loudest sound that I hear. The combo of the three helps put it on mute so I can hear other feelings, if that makes sense. You have 500? For real though, I would definitely like to talk privately if there's anything specific you would like. We can discuss specifics. Can you post the alternate phone number
Oh, yeah.
and put it in the chat?
I'm doing it, dude.
Yeah. I'm also stretching. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with my many health problems, I'll just name the ones on my back. In my neck and...
I just popped my elbow and
That was your
it
elbow?
kind of burns.
I heard it. That sucks that it burns.
This is one of our burner numbers that we use for talking to Annie's live stream. If you pin it, it gets rid of the other one.
Yeah. If you're interested in feet, pictures, videos, or your socks, I honestly am open to whatever, because I'm trying to make money and I feel no shame about my legs or feet. I am size 8 feet and I'm only 5'1", so I am like a hobbit.
Pretty spicy pics, yo.
And I've got long toes and I can pick things up off the floor. I'll just say that much.
Depending on how much, if you send enough, yours truly, I don't know if I should say this on YouTube.
We'll discuss the specifics
Okay.
when you text us through the phone number that we pinned to the bottom of the chat window.
I was gonna say just love nectar.
He says he's about to send the 499.
Oh, nice.
I will let you
Dude,
know.
I honestly thought it was just $5 at first. I'm like, dude, no way. That's cool.
I will let you know the very moment I get a notice about it. My dad sent me some funny videos.
Did it say
probably.
you're slow charging?
It says, yeah, slow charging.
Trade you.
Thank you, baby.
I'm at 69%.
Nice. But for real though, I'm trying to make money and I feel no shame about my legs or feet. I will give the disclaimer that I am bow-legged and pigeon-toed, but I am very healthy weight and I can give the best lighting and angles with his help and make it worth it.
I'm a good photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I fuck with feet.
He does. He helps me take real good care of my feet.
Is that Insta?
Yeah. Literally Bondable says, I literally have the weirdest dreams. You broke your hand in a dream, then woke up at a dream, then started to float, and then woke up. Damn. Someone went all Inception, right? That's the movie name?
For what?
Inception, the one where it's a dream in a dream to implant a thought into someone's subconscious. I had a hard time following that movie. So I can imagine having a dream like that would be a real trip. I usually have dreams where I'm being chased by somebody or something with bad intentions. The severity of the badness of the intentions varies, but I'm usually running for my life. And it's not fun, but I have become totally desensitized to horror movies because I've had some really fucked up dreams. It's Your Fave says, you'll show your friends this live stream and they love giving kind people. I welcome every single penny that is sent our way. It all adds up and it all helps, honestly. And I really thank you for the kind thought. I see an Instagram push notification saying I got a new message. I'm just going to step back for a second. Please don't go anywhere. Alright, I'm back. You were fighting a werewolf in a dream. That's pretty bad. If you guys want to hear really bad nightmare stories, I've got quite a few in the chamber ready to go. But they are pretty disturbing, so if you don't want to hear about it, please let me know in the chat.
Fun facts. Fun random facts. It's out of left pocket. But speaking of Annie's toe and feet pics, fun fact, masturbating twice a week increases your life expectancy by 20%. That's all I wanted to say. It's actually a study. I don't want to be the one studying those people doing it. No, unless they're hot.
But,
I'm banned from Costco.
One time, I was still in school at this point. I think I was in high school. I once had a bad dream where I was home alone and a much taller, stronger man who I'd never seen before was trying to get to me and kill me. And it was a cat and mouse type of thing where I was running for my life and he was just a couple of footfalls behind me. But because my backyard is for lack of a better term, another Sanford and Son, in the dream I was able to know how to maneuver through the piles of junk, and I was able to get away from him a little quicker, and with enough time to grab a big carving knife from the kitchen. Well, I ended up stabbing the guy in the chest. He fell to the floor on his back, knife sticking up. And his face was one I'd never seen before. And then I twist the knife to make sure he's dead, because everyone who ever watches horror movies know the bad guy isn't dead. You need to double tap. So I twisted the blade. And his face morphed into my father's face. I was left feeling so fucked up in the head from that dream that I actually cried. And I needed my mom to comfort me because I'd never have a nightmare so awful. And, oh yeah. One of my back problems is scoliosis. And it gets worse each year because gravity and time are not your friend. And I was wearing a back brace while I was still growing, so it would help my back not grow as messed up as it did, but anytime my brace would pinch me in my sleep, it would affect my dreams. And I remember specifically dreaming I was in the jungle, running for my life. It was a tall jungle, tall rainforest-like trees. I'm running for my life with these alien-looking things behind me, and they have spears. They chuck the spears at me, and the first few miss. But then one hits me right in the center of my back. I fall to the floor instantly, and like in a movie, my screen faded to black, and then I woke up feeling my back brace pinching me where I dreamt I got impaled.
Freezing.
It was pretty funny to me. And what made it even weirder was the aliens in my nightmare looked like they could have been cousins to the Chitauri aliens in Avengers that invaded New York. And so when Avengers was released and I saw it, I was instantly transported back to when I had that bad dream, and it was a trip for me. What other dreams are worth sharing? I don't know if you guys have ever had nightmares where you had gum or taffy or a large amount of food stuck in your mouth to the point where you can't talk. You can just barely breathe, but talking's impossible. Well, I found out that whenever I'm holding in strong feelings about something and I avoid saying what I'm feeling, it causes me to dream that I have food or gum stuck in my mouth, preventing me from talking. And every time I dream that, I will be peeling off the gum or the taffy from my teeth, and in the dream, it feels like it almost takes my teeth out. And if there's food involved, I have to use my hand like a scooper, like when someone's choking, and I have to scoop the food out of my own mouth so I can talk. But like a curse, within 10 seconds of getting everything out so I can talk, it starts refilling. And so I've learned if I'm holding in some thoughts, I have to get them out, either by praying to God or talking with whoever I'm having problems with. And then those nightmares don't happen. And so every time I've had that dream, I had to think, okay, what am I holding in? What issues bothering me that I'm not addressing? And I'm usually able to think of one that would be the cause of that. And then there's dreams I have where I'm being chased, and if I get caught, I know for a fact I won't be able to escape again. And in some of the dreams, I have limited flying ability like a chicken, and I can flap my arms like a bird and get some lift, enough to jump up into a tree, but not enough to fly away to safety. But in those dreams, my wings always fail me, and I'm always just one single mistake, one single misstep from being captured, because I have this flying ability, and the government wants to run experiments to see why I have this limited ability. I think it was from watching too much X-Men. But dreams are funny, the way they can affect you. Hey, Thug, it's good to see you.
Twins?
Oh, wow. She does look like she could be That is so trippy.
She's all glammed out. And she looks tan.
Yeah.
But she has the same body type.
I see. That's cool. I wonder if she's tall or if she's short like me.
Check her account.
Oh, Thug, you had a dream where you were being evicted and you got in a fight with the landlord. How did the fight go in your dream? Hello, Kaylee. I remember seeing your username. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. We're just parked in a parking lot surrounded by different restaurants, waiting for DoorDash to send us an order. Oh, you won the fight and you ended up getting free housing in the jail. Thug dreamt that he got in a fight with his landlord because the landlord was evicting him. He won the fight and he won free housing.
That's how we should dispute all land ownership.
Yeah, he ended up getting free housing in the county jail. That's a funny dream. Yeah, I would love that. Fight to settle things. Oh, you're fine, Kaylee. I miss you guys when I'm not feeling well enough to go live. Yesterday was one of those days I wasn't well enough to go live. But today's a new day, and I'm trying to not get in a pattern of being lazy. I'm trying to make myself go live every day when I'm able to handle it. Some days are harder than others, but it's a work in progress. I'm surprised they're not sending us anything. Now it says I have no viewers. Or one viewer now. I've been live for almost an hour now. Well, whichever one of you is here, I appreciate you.
It's me.
I appreciate you.
Unless it's miscounting on its own else. Can you put your glasses where the light's reflecting right onto my eyes?
Oh, sorry.
You're not even worried about it.
I was really hoping we'd be working by now. I'm gonna DoorDash. Well, I don't know which one of you is still here. I know my husband is one of the two here. I'm open to talking about whatever, because it's just a couple of us here. I was hoping there'd be more people sticking around, but I do appreciate everyone who does stick around. I'm glad you're still here, Kaylee. If there's any topics that you guys find interesting that you'd like to talk about, I'm open to whatever small talk sounds good to you guys. I'm just trying to get my socializing in for the day so that I don't lose the progress I've been making on being social with other people. It's my favorite chocolate. Yours are Reese's. I do gravitate towards Reese's a lot. Heath bars are also really good. Whatchamacallits are really delicious. Before I got celiac disease, my most favorite candy bar was Twix. And I also really loved the Oreo cookies and cream bars. I thought those were amazing. But now that I have celiac, it's been 11 years since I've been able to have either of those. But they do make a gluten-free replica, I guess you could say, or simulation of Kit Kat. And it's out of our price range, so it practically doesn't exist for us. But we're always hoping that there'll be a discount sale or something, because we've been able to find some goodies from different stores in the clearance section, really marked down prices just because of the date on the item or some flaw with the package or whatnot. And so we're always on the lookout for stuff like that. But yeah, Reese's are always good. I only ever turn down Reese's if I'm having stomach trouble. Oh, thank you guys. How's your day going, Buck? It's nice to see you. I'm glad to see everyone who's here. And I value everyone who interacts with me in the chat window. Someone needs to just steal that car already. Yeah, I'm going to try and be live again tomorrow. I try to be live every day, but some days are just too difficult. And I'm trying to get better at pushing through the things that hinder how I feel, you know, and hinder my ability to do and feel the very best that I should. But it's one day at a time. And I hope life is treating you guys nicely. I'm glad you're doing pretty good. Physically, I'm exhausted, but I'm awake, hoping for work. Emotionally and mentally, I'm tired, but not too bad. How are you doing, babe?
They found a purely golden sarcophagus, highly detailed and crazy smooth, with Cleopatra's body in it, under the pyramids.
Damn.
And it was so high detailed, even the gold sarcophagus had essentially drawn on nipples too.
Damn.
Cybertruck. I'm alright. Welcome to the live.
Thank you for subscribing, Kaylee. I appreciate it. Oh, Buck, I completely understand how that goes. I've got a couple doctor's appointments scheduled. Not as soon as I had hoped, but it's healthcare that I don't have to pay for, so I'm trying not to complain too much. I don't want to be anyone's idol. I am not someone to be idolized. I like to be a comfort and an inspiration, maybe, but I'm just a person dealing with some rough shit, trying to help other people deal with their rough shit. Because when I'm helping others, I don't feel the pain from mine so much. And if we all can stick together and pray for and encourage each other here, it'll make life easier for all of us, because we'll have a support system. I have many friends here who are here every time I stream, or at least they really try to be. My streaming time is not on a schedule, but I'm going to work on making it follow a schedule instead of just waiting until I feel like going live. I've been doing that a lot, and I'm trying to make myself do better. So I'm gonna be live every day, hopefully multiple times without it feeling too difficult. Oh, and you have to do taxes as well? Dang. Yeah, Matt and I always hate tax day. Which is funny because one of my doctor's appointments is about one of my cavities. I'm getting one of my cavities dealt with on tax day, April 15th. And I find that kind of symbolic and funny. Thank you, Kaylee. I appreciate the kind words. I'm only so strong because I have a good support system, and I pray to Jesus about everything. When something goes well, or I find something cool, I thank him for that. When something goes bad, or I'm not feeling well for whatever reasons, I pray for help in dealing with whatever is giving me trouble. And constant prayer, both thanking and requesting has really made a huge difference in helping me to keep going. If I went on it by my own strength, I would not still be here. The Lord Jesus is faithful to those who love him and trust him. And I'm just thankful that I know I'm going to be by his side when the rapture finally happens. But yeah, taxes and doctor's appointments are a double whammy. If you don't mind me asking, would you be willing to share what your doctor appointment's about? If you don't want to, that's completely fine. I'm just genuinely curious, and if you're open to sharing, that would be cool. I deal with scoliosis, discs degenerating in both my neck and my spine. I have arthritis throughout my whole lower back and my pelvic bones. And one leg is shorter than the other, so my hips grew in permanently tilted. One hip bone raised noticeably higher than the other. And not just that, but they also are at an angle. So pain management is a must for me, and trying to get in with a neurologist who could help with pain blockers for me, but free healthcare doesn't always move quickly. But I'm grateful to have slow free healthcare than not have any healthcare. But oh, okay, well, I will definitely be praying for you, Buck, that the neurologist won't miss anything important. Strokes are no joke. One of my relatives has had a few, and she's still hanging in there, but you can definitely tell that she's had a few strokes, but she doesn't let it get her down. She is constantly thanking Jesus also for everything that goes well for her. A really strong woman, and I just am sad for all that she's had to suffer because of these strokes. I've never had one, so I don't know what it's like, but I imagine it's horrible. I've had migraines, but I don't think those are comparable, because I don't think migraines do lasting damage like strokes can. Although migraines do give me the facial numbness and the visual distortion before the pain hits, so the brain is a weird thing. Oh, a tremor in your arm. I'm giving you Botox to help with that. Well, that's cool. I've been curious about getting Botox for migraines, but haven't been able to find a doctor locally that can do that for me. But I'll be praying that the Botox injection goes exactly how it's supposed to. Every time I see my doctor, I get a muscle relaxer injection, and it helps with my pain. But I just wish they would let me self-inject every day at home. But too many people would abuse it, so they don't have it work that way. It's just not feasible to go to my doctor every day for a muscle relaxer injection.
I got 6 notes that'll tug at your heartstrings.
Yeah. Tragically beautiful. Well, Buck, I'll be praying for you that the Botox will do what it's supposed to, and that you'll be able to handle going back to work.
the toxic Jew part of me was thinking, the stupid. No, like, are you there for me if something?
Would you be there for me if I went through some shit?
The dumb part of my brain was like, I hope it gets worse.
Absolutely not.
Not serious. It's just the doing that. So like, would you guys be there for me if I was going through something? No.
No.
Absolutely not.
I would laugh at you. Or something shitty like
I would go to your funeral knowing I could change the outcome.
But, I unfortunately can't get and keep a job because of my back and my need for medical cannabis. But I'm thankful that I've always had access to this whenever I need it for managing my pain or giving me an appetite so I can actually eat, or calming any negative moods that are affecting me. It really is a wonderful multi-purpose medicine, and the only side effects I deal with are cotton mouth, slowed thinking, slower speech, unless I really work on maintaining the same speed, and I can be in the middle of a train of thought and then all of a sudden have no recollection of what I was literally just talking about. And I used to get upset about that, insecure about developing dementia or Alzheimer's when I'm older. On my dad's and my mom's side, grandparents got dementia. And I did my heritage DNA test. I did both the ancestry one, to see what my ethnic background is, and I did the health one also, and it screened for some genetic based diseases, and it said I'm going to get late onset Alzheimer's. And so I used to panic and get paranoid every time I would be forgetful and loopy. But I've learned not to worry about that and to just be thankful that my pain is on mute so I can actually feel happiness and enjoy being a person. Well, you're welcome, Buck. I hope everything goes well and smoothly for you. We're waiting to do our taxes. We're really hoping that we'll be able to get the $7,500 tax return that Trump's talking about doing for married couples who joint filed. And that would be a huge help for us. We could get a car for ourselves and buy it outright, which would be nice. Well, one day at a time is all we can do. I've been live for an hour and 20 minutes almost. Wow. Well, I'm starting to feel the need to take a break, but I will be back later today. I intend to return in an hour, and I will do my very best to do so, no matter what I have going on, within reason. So, I'll be back. Stay tuned. And if I don't see you again later today, I care about you. I love you. I'm praying for you. And I hope that you have a really good day. Be good to yourselves and to each other.